ducks, it's Simon here. Welcome back to the Hermit's Cave. Hope everybody's had a great week. It's Friday. This is like an amazing time of the week, isn't it? It's 4:45, just finished work, just got home, got my comfies on, and I've had a couple of deliveries. Now, one deck that I'm going to show you has probably taken a good couple of weeks to get here, and I was getting a little bit worried because it arrived in the UK over a week ago. Normally once it arrives in the UK, it's a day or two until it's in your hands. So I was just a little bit concerned, but it arrived today, which is great. The other one is a cheapo deck, and I don't mean that in a derogatory way. I mean the fact that, you know, it's really cheap. It cost me $9.99. And a couple of other bits. I was just walking through the shopping centre downstairs, and there's this stand that, again, I don't buy tarot decks from there because I don't think they're the genuine tarot deck. They seem smaller and thinner. And also I'm a bit dubious about some of their crystals, but they have lots of incense and incense cones and burners and backflow burners, plug-in humidifiers, all that kind of stuff. And as I went past, they'd got, because I pass it every day, they'd got, it's Mindful Living is the company that had the stand. Something I just thought was perfect for using a sage stick. And the sage sticks, they've got their Ostara versions in at the moment. And so I had to pick this up. I mean, look how lovely that is. Smells incredible, as sage sticks do, but I love these flowers. So the idea is with this, and it's a lot like my oil burner that I've got. It's a similar kind of style, like these kiln types. So I thought they'll go lovely together. Is you light your incense, your sage stick, and you just pop it in there. I don't know how long it'll burn for, but then it catches the ash and you get the smoke coming out. And I usually use an abalone shell. And I still could, really. I don't think we'd get a great big thick piece in here. I've got a big piece from Sons of Asgard that when I went to Glastonbury, but I thought this would be quite nice just to put on my space for Ostara. So I picked that up. It wasn't that expensive. It was £10.50 for the pottery, and it was £4.50 for the sage stick. So I thought that was pretty good. So the other things to show you is this arrived from the States, and this is the Modern Hue Tarot. It's an RWS deck. It uses Pixie's original line work, and the colour has been, well, I was going to say it's been changed. It's been painted with watercolours. So the original line work and then brought to life with watercolour. Now, this has been on my wish list for, I'm going to say, a year, because I've started a new thing now, where if something is on my wish list for a year, because I'll put a date when I added it, I either remove it or buy it. That's the thing I'm going to decide to do, because I've been in a situation in the past. I think Kitchen Chops is, what was the first deck by Kitchen Chops? I forgot what it's called now. I could turn around and have a look. It's not the Pipsqueak, it's the Playful Heart Tarot. That must have been on for about 2.5, maybe 3 years. And when I did get it, I got it because I was buying Pipsqueak. I thought, Pipspeak, not Pipsqueak, that's something completely different. I thought, no, I'm not going to do this in future, because if I haven't bought it, I obviously don't want it. So it's going to stay on for a year. It either goes or I buy it. So this is the first of that experiment, and I saw this on Nodie Way's channel. When I first discovered her channel, I gave her a shout out at the time. I'll link her channel in the description below. I saw it, loved it, added it to my wish list. The reason why I didn't buy it is, at the time, the shipping for this deck is actually more than what the deck costs. So it's £30 to ship. And I didn't know if I'd get any custom charges. I didn't. And if you enter your phone number, the website is Ritual, because it's Ritual Planners. It's Ritual with a W, as in, you know, writing Ritual, because it's about planners. But they've offered up this deck, because you can buy planners from them. And quite a few people do buy planners from them that I know. If you enter your phone number, you get a coupon, so some money off, and it took off £5.50 in sterling. So this deck became about £25, which is really good for an independently produced deck. So yeah, it cost more to ship than the actual deck. So this is an independently produced one. I'm not sure what the quality is going to be like, because this is quite a thin box, so I don't know if what the card stock is going to be like. But I really loved the idea of this. And then last night, my friend Chris from Elemental Cartomancy, went live, as he does on a Thursday evening, for his Sip and Sling chats. And he spoke, he showed actually, an RWS deck that I'd never seen before. And I was like, what? You know, there's an RWS deck that I've never seen before. And he said it was from Amazon. He said the quality was really, really good. Thick cardstock, beautiful design on the back, comes in with this nice bag. And he said to me, I'll send you a link to it, Simon. But I had a quick look whilst I was in the chat, and I saw that it was on for £9.99. So less than a tenner for this. So I thought it might be fun just to kind of have a look at the two together. What I will say is, I don't buy now from Amazon very, very often, particularly not with decks, because I don't trust it in terms of it being genuine. If it's a cheap deck like this, because, you know, the RWS now is, I mean, look at this. This is beautiful. The RWS now is so available since the copyright expired a couple of years back. The world and her daughter is creating RWS decks, and you really are spoiled for choice. So I love the RWS, as you know, it's my soul deck. And if I see different variations of it, then, and it's an affordable price, I'll get it. Because even if it turned out to be fake, well, it can't be fake really, because people can create the RWS deck now, if you get what I mean. Then I haven't lost a lot of money. Case in point, a friend of mine, a lovely friend of mine, who's appeared in some of my vlogs recently, is really getting into the tarot. And I gifted her the Tarot Original, the 1909 by Los Scarabeo, as a starting off deck. And she messaged me last night to say, oh, I'm really excited. I've got a new tarot deck. And I said, what's it called? And she said, Dark Mansion. And my heart sunk, because I just thought the chances of her finding the Dark Mansion, a Polish deck, and buying from the creator is quite slim. And then she said she got it from Amazon. And when she showed me what it was, this flimsy tuck box, paper thin cards, I said, I hate to tell you this, I'm really sorry to tell you this, but it's not genuine. I've just noticed the sun is now, hopefully it's not too bad. I might have to close the blinds when it comes to doing the walkthrough. So I said to her, look, put it in the bin and you can have my Dark Mansion, because I've got the deluxe edition that's in the wooden box. I bought this version as a backup, and, you know, I don't use it. If I use the Dark Mansion, I use the lovely big cards with the rose petal finish. This is beautiful as well. So on Monday, when I see her, I'm going to give her that, because it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking that, you know, these decks are being ripped off, but also it's heartbreaking for people that are coming into tarot and they're being ripped off as well. And I asked her how much she paid for it, and it was £6. She doesn't know, you know, when you're first starting out, how much decks and things cost. And when I told her, you know, you're actually looking at £40 to £50 for that deck, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to pause and pull the blinds because I want you to be able to see these cards properly. Okay, that's better. So as you can see already, in terms of the thickness, this one appears to be quite thin. I'll probably say low Scarabeo type, you know, they're tuck box ones, not their kit ones. That said, you know, I really wanted this deck because for me, it's quite unique, At least it's not a tautology. Listen, it's a very unique. Okay, so tuck box, it says on the back, the modern Hugh Tarot is a reimagining of the original Rider-Waite deck, illustrated by Pamela Coleman Smith. We've taken Pamela's original black line work and have recoloured each card in luscious watercolour to give the entire deck a fresh, soft, natural feel. This classic deck will make reading easy and fun while the unique colours help you connect intuitively with the cards. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay. Oh, they're not bad, actually. That's not bad at all. That's better than I was expecting. They're lovely, nice matte with that, you know, that kind of really slidey, not glossy, nice matte. So here it says, new to tarot, to learn more about the cards and their meanings, please visit. So there's a QR code to scan, which takes you to the modern Hugh Tarot. So the guidebook for this, or the PDF where you get meanings, is electronic. You don't get it with the deck. We also offer a comprehensive tarot card meanings course inside the Ritual Society where you become a member. So again, if you wanted to do a course, you could do that. These are the backs. Actually, yeah, I'm impressed with that cardstock. That's got a really nice flex and it feels good. Probably the box was not feeling that thick because I was expecting like a little white book or something to be inside. So yeah, these are the backs. As you can see, they are reversible, fully reversible, and yeah, nice. Okay, you know what the RWS looks like. So all I'm going to do, rather than me talk through each card, is we'll have some music and we'll have a flip through, and then I'll just come back before we look at the other deck and just offer my thoughts. Okay, that was really beautiful. Really impressed with it. The cardstock, actually, I thought at one point, is it like a really, really soft linen? The cardstock is beautiful. I really like it. It, as I say, it glides, a bit like Pagan Otherworlds, but that's has a bit more of a linen-y texture. But it's very soft, but very strong. Some cards are just so gorgeous. I quite like how some have like grey, lots of grey in the background, and the supplicants here are grey, and then the colour of the central archetype really pops. But just gorgeous. I love the font. The only thing is the numbers, the Roman numeral is behind the font, so sometimes it does look a little bit cluttered. But that's only for the majors, because then we go into the handwritten 4 of wands, 5 of wands, etc. Loved how these were different colours. Particularly loved the sword suit. I thought that was beautiful. But it's got such a soft, gentle energy, because watercolour does, you know, that's what it achieves. It has a really, how beautiful that is as well, a really soft energy to it, doesn't it? It feels quite fluid. Look at the 9 of Pentacles. So it's a beautiful, beautiful deck. I'm so pleased, even though it took me so long to hit the buy button. I'm so pleased I've got it. I think I might get a little pouch or a bag for this. I've got some that I've not got in use at the minute, so I might dig one out, because tuck boxes are okay, but they never stand the test of time, really. And I think I'm going to carry this around with me for a little while. So that brings us on to this, and this bag is really nice. This is a really thick, soft kind of satiny finish. It's got this gold emblem here, which I believe is in keeping with the design on the backs. This is called Classic 78 Tarot, and it says AE Tarot, which annoys me a little bit because, again, you know, it's not just about Arthur Edward Waite, it's about Pixie and her art. So let's take the, again, $9.99. And yeah, I'm not going to recommend people buy from Amazon, because you never know what you're going to get. And I said to my friend yesterday, you know, if you want a tarot deck, any that you see, just come and talk to me. If I've got it, you can have it. And if not, I can certainly point you in the right direction. Oneness Emporium, you know, big shout out there, because that's why I don't really shop at Amazon anymore, because Oneness Emporium, just free shipping, really good prices on decks, and you know that you're going to get the genuine article, and also you get decks ahead of release dates sometimes as well. So I don't know if this is going to be long enough to make that pop. I don't want to tear the box. I could do with a knife. I don't really want to pause the video again, but I might have to, just to open this tuck box, because unless I can get in through the bottom, can I? No, I'm going to pause. Okay, got her open with a knife. Oh wow, yes, I forgot, you get a little book as well, and it's in colour. The print, again, this is a tuck box, as you've seen, but the printing on this is really good quality. It's got the gold stamping, the metallic gold, really lovely. On the back, let's see what it says here. It says AE Tarot. In 1891, A.E. Waite joined the mystical society Golden Dawn and worked with Miss Smith to design and publish the classic tarot. Well, not in 1891, they didn't. That might have been when he joined the Golden Dawn. Although there are many tarots with different styles and designs in the world, but the classic tarot illustrations contain mysteries, incorporate myths or biblical stories. This is why the A.E. Waite Tarot is so influential and popular. that it has not declined for 100 years. Okay, so producer Dongguan GCL Printing Technology. I'm trying to find where they are. They're in China, so it's a Chinese imported deck. We've got this little book which says, oh, and by the way, this was $9.99, but you could pay $23.99 and get a bigger box which has some crystals and things in. But I've got 1,001 crystals, so this is fine for me. So Classic Tarot's Pictorial Key. Take you into the world of tarot to discovering an ancient yet still current divination method. And basically it's the little white book, and it's got colour renditions of the cards. It gives you the central theme of the card, and then in the reverse position and in the advice position. So, and it does that all the way through. It's got some spreads and things as well. I'd imagine that's the same all the way to the back. Yeah. So a little white book, and it's quite chunky actually. That's not bad. It's 163 pages. The deck is thick, as you can see. So some people like that, others not so much, but it's a nice deck. And I've never seen it before. Chris thought that he'd perhaps showed it me, and he may have done, and I've just forgotten, but there's the little penknife. Okay. When I saw the cards last night, I said to Chris, it looks a little bit like the universal weight. It seemed to have that sort of coloration, but he said kind of, but not. I like the fact that the borders are really small. I noticed on this one the borders are quite large, but I think I quite like the style and the handwriting, and it's got this aged effect on the edges. So you get a thank you card. Open the gift box tarot, open the world to enjoy in tarot. So little card. You can see how thick the cardstock is. It's a nice quality actually. It's not sometimes with thick decks that are cheap, they can have that sort of cereal box type feel to them. This doesn't. It's a nice, smooth, almost like US Games style quality. So I just wanted to do a quick check with the universal weight, because it does have that Mary Hanson Roberts style. And as you can see here, they're very, very similar. The coloration is different. I think what stood out for me last night was the Two of Swords. So let's have a look at the Two of Swords in this deck. Yeah, it's different enough. I think it's probably based on that, I would say, but just change the colours a little bit. It's certainly thicker than the universal weight, but I do think perhaps it's used the universal weight. All right, so again, you know what the RWS looks like. I'm not going to do a full walkthrough of this. I'm just going to talk a little bit about it. So these are the backs, and the backs are quite beautiful, as you can see. It's got like this marble effect, and then this cold stamping, which just, I mean, under candlelight, imagine what that will look like. They do glide together. They have a very small border. The colours are vibrant and rich, and you know, for chucking a tarot deck in your bag and not worrying too much about it getting a little bit dinged up, then for $9.99 I think this is quite a nice option. I've often heard about people talking about tarot on a budget, you know, for those people who can't afford a lot. And I think there are quite a lot of options out there now. As I said, my only worry is that people who are on a budget could end up getting something very inferior in terms of quality and cardstock. Well, look at that. Whereas this is a really good quality deck. Yeah, really nice. I'm impressed. Thank you, Chris, for highlighting this deck last night. Really good quality for the price. So there you have it. We have, I'm not going to call it the AE Tarot. I'm going to call it the Classic 78 Tarot. And then we have the Modern Hue Tarot. This one with your coupon, if you enter your phone number, is £25. This one is £9.99. Let me know your thoughts, everyone. And thank you for watching. The only thing left to say really is just a reminder, there isn't a couple of catch-up cards tomorrow because I've got a celebration event, but I will at some point over the weekend do the card pull for the week ahead, and I'll put that into YouTube community and also the Hermit's Cave Facebook group, so you can see what the card is that I've drawn for next week. Thanks for watching, everyone. Until next time, go in peace. Namaste and blessed be.